And I'm just like solid concrete. And it was starting to harden. It was so bad. I was out in the front yard and she's hosing me off with the hose. It was crazy. The stuff wouldn't come off. I used to collect arcade games, started going to auctions, bought my first pinball, and the disease has just gotten worse since then. Probably 22 years I've been collecting pinball. Keeps me busy. It's a fun hobby. Always a new game coming out now. A lot more manufacturers than they used to be. It used to be all just buying and restoring the old games, trading old games. Now there's a lot of new games come out. So things are a lot different in the hobby now than what they used to be. What's the deal with the game room? And it started as my home theater, Lord of the Rings theme home theater. And it just kind of evolved into my man cave, so to speak. Yeah, where I keep some of my pinball machines. They all won't fit in here, obviously, but these are some of my favorites in here. It took me years to make this game room. Hour here, hour there after work. And it just started out simple, and once you start a project, you just keep adding stuff. Well, might as well do this while we're at it type of thing. And here we are after years of work. The walls, each square is a separate piece of foam, all carved, shaped on the wall, glued on there, and then when everything is, all the columns and everything were CNC cut. The ceiling was all glued in place and carved in place on the ceiling. And then once everything was in here, everything is coated with a cement, sprayed with a cement product. So it's the real deal. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, everything's full painted by hand. It was a lot of work. It was over 3 years probably, from start to finish. Yeah, I had an art teacher that helped me with the cave troll. She did a lot of carving on the cave troll. And, all the rest of the stuff I did. The stalactites were all carved in place and painted and everything, with all scrap pieces of foam. I would glue them all together up there and then hand carve them once they were in place, and then spray them. Concrete has lime in it, kind of thin to be able to spray it.
Right.
So the shit's all dripping down, right? And I've got a hat on, and I'm just like solid concrete. And it was starting to harden. It was so bad. I was out in the front yard and she's hosing me off with the hose. It was crazy. The stuff wouldn't come off. So it was starting to like get irritated. Type of deal. So oh my God, it was a nightmare. Twice a year, I host tournaments for the local DFW Pinball League. And the league goes from collector to collector's house. Every couple of weeks there's a tournament at somebody else's house. So you get to play the collection at that particular location. So we're always getting to play different machines. Everybody collects different machines. So it's kind of nice to see and play games that you might not ever buy yourself or have the means to buy yourself. And it's a good time. I mean, I'm not a very good tournament player. I kind of go for the snacks. If I can beat one of the good guys and have a good game, and that's mission accomplished for me. But as far as I'm never gonna win a tournament or nothing, it's just part of the hobby for me. So starting Lord of the Game Room, just kind of an extension of the hobby. When I look at a game, I kind of want a lot of stuff inside of it, the whole world under glass type of thing. Especially the newer games, they're not putting a whole lot of that in the games anymore. For whatever reason. They say cost prohibitive type stuff, but whatever that reason is, who knows. But me and a couple buddies, in our spare time, we're trying to make some creative mods to kind of improve the cosmetic look of some of these games and do some different stuff that nobody else is really doing. A lot of guys, a lot of companies are making kind of tiny little mods, and we're making some stuff that's a little bit crazy and out of the box type of thing that nobody else is doing. We're kind of trying to do something different. Don't be afraid to try something different, I guess. Texas Pinball Festival last year, we had our first booth. It was a big success. I think everybody that was there and actually saw the booth enjoyed it. It was a crazy amount of work just getting the booth there for those of you who've seen it. We had all our mods. I mean, we sold out pretty much everything we brought there that weekend to the show, but the whole booth was all carved out of foam again, because that's kind of what I do for a living. And each section of the booth had its own theme for whatever game was in that section of the booth. So it was pretty cool, different than what you normally see. Right now, we have mods for Alice Cooper, Nightmare Castle. Yeah, we've got some tunnels and archways for that game. For Alien, the Pinball Brothers Alien, we have pop bumpers. I don't know if you can see the one behind me. What else we have? We have mods for the Godzilla game, spaceships, the rooftop mod, Oxygen Destroyer. We have a couple mods for Rush, the Rush pinball machine. We've got the dice mod, Roll the Bones mod, drums. Always buying new games, and each game that I buy, we'll design a few mods for it, hopefully. It just takes us a while to get them to the public. You know, we all work a day job, so it's tough getting anything done. There's already stuff on the website for what we already produce, so we just keep adding stuff. Every couple months we add something different, hopefully. lordoftherings.com.